What's the X for?
Can't read it.
Sorry, guys. YouTube's on
Oh,
Facebook. Oh, broadcast
broadcast
failed. Hit OK and do the go live again. Ah, you have troubles with YouTube. You guys were fine tonight. It's Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is a problem again, Nick. Nick, Facebook's a problem again. See what's going on. Try it again.
What does that say?
Yeah, go live. So we had like big rainstorms earlier, and the shop lost power a couple of times over the course of the day. So this could be perhaps what's going on. So Nick, I'm just going to leave it for you to keep doing that.
Okay.
And cycling it, and Facebook will just join us when Facebook fixes itself, and if it doesn't, then they just don't join us. But I'm not holding up you guys. So happy Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. You know, Facebook's going to do what Facebook's going to do, and we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, especially for you that are watching on YouTube, I know that you're also many of you people that catch my YouTube videos. And you may have noticed, usually I do a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so those of you that are particularly savvy perhaps noticed that there was no video this morning. And I just want to give you a bit of a heads up. That's likely to be the case for the next couple of weeks. Just my mother, who is 95 and a half, is in the hospital right now. So usually like my shop hours here are a little bit different. I have my guaranteed posted hours, but beyond that, I am here a lot more often. That's not going to be the case for the next couple of weeks. All of my available time I am spending in the hospital with my mother, and kind of tag teaming with my sisters so that somebody is always there with her. And hopefully you guys are cool with that. It's just I'm kind of struggling with being able to spend all of that time, you know, like for 4 hours or so a day at the hospital, and still trying to keep up with videos and things. So I'm trying to do all the things here and getting product loaded and getting a couple of videos done a week. Just I've had to bail on the one just to make time for something other than the shop. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. Hopefully that you understand. Thank you so much for showing me a little grace over the next couple of weeks. She is improving. So hopefully we'll be able to get her home. Not too sure what that would look like at this point, but again, even when she's home, I'll need to be spending a little bit more time down there. And Nick, I see you struggling with this. If it's not going to work, just shut it down. And it's probably a connection error or something that I'd have to do to reset it.
It said to check your internet connection.
And yeah, so that's not connecting for some reason. So we'll just, again, there you go. No Facebook either. So that's just my life right now. So again, thanks everybody. Tony is saying, sorry to hear about your mom. Hope she's okay. Hopefully nothing too serious. Well, yeah. So, I mean, she's 95 and a half. So she had strong infection. It impacted her mobility, and she took a fall. And then when she was in the hospital, they discovered she also has E. coli. So not small things for somebody that age to overcome, but she is a tough bird. So she is actually looking like she's on the mend, but again, she lives on her own in a big house, and it might be too much for her. So dealing with all those things, right? And I know many of you have had to deal with this with your aging parents, as you yourself are aging. But you know, we're going to manage. It just means some of my attention is a little bit split, and it does mean I put extra concealer under my eyes before I came out here tonight, because I might have some really big bags under there right now. I'm finding that normally I get up about 6 a.m. and now my brain starts working way too early, and I'm getting up about 5. it's just catching up. So Monday's video, I did do Monday's video, and it is a cool video. So if you didn't catch it, I did this little pot, which looks like stone, but was actually all brown carved wood. So we layered colors, we layered some watercolor, and then we did what is called a wet wax technique, which means every layer of paint wash that we add beads up. You know how wax, you're not supposed to paint over wax because it's going to resist the paint and it's going to cause the paint to bead. This technique, you want that to happen. And then you seal that layer. So you've got all those little beads of paint and they get sealed. And then you do it again and you keep building up the layers. So you get this really cool mottled effect. Because I did it in the grays, it gives it a stone look, right? But what's super cool is you can do it with any kind of colors and you can keep layering the colors till you get a look that you like. So it's super cool. Hope you check it out, because I think there was a lot of people in watching it said, okay, when you first started that, did not know where the hell you were going with it, and it looked ugly. So seeing it at the end, it was kind of a revelation.
So Patty Moe is from New Jersey, and she says, well wishes for your mom.
Thanks,
And
Patty.
Kathy Monk says, I wish I still had my mom. Spend all the time you need with her.
Thank you, guys. So just, yeah, a little bit of grace. I'm trying to do all the things and keep them up, but just something had to go. So I figured maybe 1 out of 3 videos for the next little bit could go, so that give me a little bit more time to be able to spend with her. So yeah, thanks for that. Friday's video is a thrift flip video, and I know a lot of you like those videos. They tend to do really well on the channel, which means more of you are watching, so more of you must be interested in it. So we'll be doing that, and I got a couple of ideas for Easter, so I'm going to get started on some Easter projects for next week. Not saying both of them will be that, but we'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can do in the next couple of days. So let's jump into the stuff for tonight. I have a big bin, a big, huge tote bag of a lot of vintage china, mostly from Scotland and England and that sort of thing, from a dear friend of mine. I have offered to help her move some of her, she grew up beside me, so she's my age, so her parents' stuff, to help her out a little bit financially. Guys, I don't do this usually. I don't take in commission stuff. Don't ask me for that. I mean, she's known me for over 50 years. So unless you know me for over 50 years, I can't do it. So I'm just helping her out. She's in, she just needs a bit of help. So I'm doing that. So I'm slowly working through some of that. Some of the pieces are a little bit more pricey just because they are particularly a little bit more precious, and because the money's going to her and not necessarily to my shop. So just don't freak out because you think all my prices are going high. Yes.
Sylvia Yates says, Mom comes first. We will look forward to seeing you here whenever you can be here. Take care of yourself also. Prayers for all.
Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Okay, so first of all, because I love this so much, I'm starting to add some of the Easter stuff. So I'm not going to show all of it every week. I'll do some of the newer items. I will be slowly adding some into. There is a tab that says seasonal decor. I think it's still got some winter stuff in it, but now a lot of the Easter and spring will go in there as I slowly start to flip out some of the winter when I get a chance. When I get a chance, I'm a little behind. But first up is this big white ceramic bunny. I mean, technically a planter. You could do whatever you would like with it. I mean, if you knit, this is a cool knitting bowl, right? To have your yarn in and that sort of thing, but beautiful with a planter. It is $15. And he's just super cute. Nice and simple, nice and cute. This guy is an old vintage, let me get the right name, Cornish ware jug. And they're known for this kind of banded striping. And there's actually ridges between the bands. And it is very collectible and typically sells, I'm trying to see like some of these things I wrote down, how much they are. I think I forgot this one. Often sells for like $40, $45. Now, this one does have staining or wear or something right here on the lip. And I did take a picture of it. I don't think in my mind that it detracts. I mean, one, it's still perfectly useful. Great if you're putting flowers in it. Great for sitting up on a shelf if you're looking for it being a decor piece. So there's nothing wrong with it, but that means that it's definitely not in pristine condition. So I'm certainly not looking at charging $40, $45. And in fact, because of that, I'm charging $9. So, you know, there you go. So that's a super cool piece. Additionally, what else? Which way do I want to go? Okay, this guy, Little Toby jug. These are very collectible. This one is of, this mini Toby jug is, I think, Captain Morgan. And it's got the little tricorn hat. It's got the print on the bottom, etc. This guy from Royal Dalton. So yeah, Captain Henry Morgan. Normally, like one of these, because this is in darn pretty pristine condition. One that was a little bit chipped and was had some discoloration. The lowest price I found for one that was not pristine was $35. This guy is $16. And I had one of these like in a little mini one that I sold on Etsy for I think $22. So $16 for this guy is a deal if you collect Toby jugs, right? Otherwise, it's not. It's all relative, right? It's all relative. Okay, just a cute little resin napkin holder, obviously a little bit on the vintage side. Chickens with the eggs and a couple of little chicks. And this is $8. I'm gonna maybe do this so I get this out of the way a bit. Okay, another little Easter offering. This is from the Peanuts collection. If you know Snoopy, then you know it's from Peanuts. And it's got the bright yellow interior and handle. It actually has an imprint of Snoopy on an Easter egg. And it's got Snoopy reclining on the colored eggs around the outside rather than on his doghouse. And each of these is actually raised, like they're textured. It's kind of like the black is carved out and the glazing is around it. So this mug for $9. And then I have, well, let me go here first because this is a little bit different. I have 2 sets of 8 of these melamine plates. These are in what I'm calling a palm. It's got palm patterns in gold and then the one palm tree in the center. This is from Presidio and it is designed, I can't remember the name of the one that designed it. It's in the description. So 8 plates and they are like virtually new. There's like no scratch marks and things on them. So 8 for $14 and there's 2 sets of 8. So if you needed 16, then you're cool. You're good to go. If you only want 8, just buy 8. This plate is it's an apple plate. So they're hand painted, kind of 3D patterned plates. This guy normally sells, the lowest price that I saw online was $25 on Etsy and $8 for this guy. This is a little Foley teacup. So E.B. Foley from England. Teacup, matching saucer. It's It's got gold trim, which is showing no wear. So there's little to no wear on this. Look how cute this is. So look at the little saucer. And then the teacup and the florals on that. So this guy goes for $50, was the lowest price. And I'm selling that for 18. I don't do a lot of cups and saucers typically, but this was just adorable. I really liked the look of that. So if you're a collector of teacups, might be a welcome addition, or if you're just getting started.
Charlene Aubrey.
Charlene Aubrey. Oh, Charlene Aubrey was the designer of those plastic plates. Nick looked it up for us. This guy is a big copper oval platter with handles, all in the copper tone. Right? It's not aged distressing. So this guy is $14. It's new. It's not aged patina. Just saying. Just if it matters. Okay, this little guy, super cute. So this is a little bunny creamer. So it's the mama and the little baby tucked in here, and her little paw is raised up in the air, and that's the pour spout. Nick's shaking his head at me like he's going, you're nuts. I think it's adorable. Okay, so $8 for the little bunny creamer. I like that. I think it'd be super cute as well. Like if you're doing Easter pancakes or something like that, like you could have the syrup in there. It doesn't have to be for cream, but I think that that's just really sweet. And then on the Easter theme, I also have this set of salt and pepper shakers. So again, doesn't necessarily have to be Easter for these guys. They're egg shaped, but super cute. I love the different colors and the different patterning. So the set is $7. And then the last Easter related thing for the night is this Rae Dunn mug. So nice yellow speckled pattern with "So Extra" as the wording across for $8. And now we get into a little bit of some of the special stuff. I don't usually have these kinds of things because usually by the time that they get to me, all of these are so badly chipped. But this is an Ainsley of England pansy floral basket. So just in the miniature. And I think I looked this up. So yeah, this goes for about $30 typically. So $14 in the shop. And there are no chips or cracks on any of the florals on this one. This guy is a Radnor of bone china from England. And it's like a little log with the two roses on either end. And as much as it's not chipped, I don't know if they're supposed to be super sharp. It feels like maybe this petal is a little bit chipped. All of them feel a little rough, but I don't think that they're typically smooth, the roses. So this guy, the Radnor, usually goes for minimum of $35. It's a little vase, so putting water in there and putting your own little bud in the center. So $12 for this guy. Okay, and this guy was just super cute. So little two-tone. So this is unglazed and glazed. It's got the four little legs, little puppy dog mini planter. I mean, obviously it could be used for anything. I mean, kids' toothbrushes or your pens, pencils. Great for little florals. $6 for that guy. And this is a pair of Italian botanical floral mugs. So they've got a little twisted kind of rope handle. On this side, they're in pinks. On the reverse side, they're in yellow. And these guys, the Italian floral mugs, go for typically $25 a piece. So I have the pair for $11. Just just because. A lot of times it just depends upon pricing of, what I get them for, or if I pick up a lot of something and how that spreads out across all items in there. It just varies. This is a 7-spoke. So you kind of go by the cut cane here, how many of those spokes. So 7-spoke Caithness glass, which is from Scotland. And it's got all of the cut millefiores in there as well. So Caithness glass paperweights usually are going for, I don't know, maybe about, depending upon the size, anywhere from $80 to $200. So $25 for this paperweight. And it doesn't have any cracks or dings or occlusions or anything in the glass. So it's in great shape. This is just a little galvanized metal tray with the dark metallic band and the dark metallic handles. So just perfect. Certainly, I mean, it can go outside in the summertime with floral pots in it, or just your condiments. It could be inside as just part of your decor up on a riser, or just part of whatever. $9. Now, these last things are crystal, and you either like crystal or you don't like crystal. These ones are particularly special though. So this one is Edinburgh crystal, and it's in the thistle shape. It's a little liqueur glass. I have a set of 6 of them for $45. Each individual glass sells now, because they're like a vintage discontinued pattern, sells for anywhere from $25 to $35 each. So $45 for the set of those. I love the little kind of thistle shape of these, and really in keeping with them being Edinburgh crystal and in the shape of that thistle. These 2 crystals, crystal pieces, are from Stuart Crystal, and they each have the design of that leaf pattern, cut leaf pattern. So this one is a set of 4 pint-sized tankards. So 50.
Pint?
Well, they said pint. I thought it looked like a half pint.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a pint to me.
Okay, so they were calling them pint, but maybe in Scotland it's pint. I thought it looked like a half pint. So $52 for these. I have 2 that are bigger, and they look like they're more than a pint, but regardless. This size, which on the internet they were labeling pint size, they typically sell for $25 each, $30 each. Yeah, $30 each. So $52 for the 4 of them. And they are extremely hard to come by, apparently. There's not a lot of these hanging out in the vintage world anymore. And these guys, I love these. So they've got that same Stuart Crystal kind of leaf pattern. And this is like a fruit nappy, a dessert bowl, a sherbet bowl. I mean, it goes by any of those names. So it's got this really nice solid glass base to it, and then the curved cup on top. And this, I've got a set of 6 of these. So 6 of these for $45. But these guys go, these tankards were the lowest I saw them for was 26 each, but they were going for more, 35 each. And these ones were going for about $25 each. So $45 for 6 of them. So that's a good deal. The last thing is not necessarily going to appeal to everybody, but I love this item. So this is a vintage RAF, so Royal Air Force kit bag. So super old, definitely original. It's not a remake. It even has his hand-drawn little pictures. I tried to take pictures to show you some of the things that he's drawn on there. So, he's got his RAF, and He's got a lot of different little logos over it. So definitely original, used. It's not a repro, right? Like a lot of times you get like these canvas sacks and they go, oh, it's like a reproduction. This is like the original RAF, and it's got all of his information still on it. So $50 for this big canvas RAF kit bag. So we're going back a lot of years. That's going back to what? World War II?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, right? Because we know him.
Originally,
So yeah, so this was Richard's originally. So yeah, that'd be World War II. So World War II, little interesting memorabilia piece. You know, it depends. I mean, it's cool as it is if you were stuffing maybe blankets in it and just having it as kind of a talking piece by the fireplace, or I mean, you could sew it up and make it into like a pillow. It's just a cool item. Certainly nothing that I'm gonna have in the store again. Sometimes I just get these one-offs that I just think are super cool, super special, and someone out there is gonna love them. So that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for showing a little bit of grace around the whole need to be spending time at the hospital. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your being understanding, and hopefully it doesn't trip over. You're not getting product. I mean, we've been getting all the shipments out, and I even got here this evening a little bit early because some of the orders had come in. Joni, you're just hopping on things, honey. She's caught on to jumping in and looking at the new this week tab. So I sent a shipment out to her this morning, and I've got another one going out to you tomorrow, honey. So thank you for that. But she makes sure that she's getting first pick on these things, and she's pulling some of the stuff out before I even get a chance to show you. So know that over the course of Monday and Tuesday, I think I was adding some of the last items at like 3:30, 4 o'clock today. Usually I have it done by then, but again, a little behind the times. I was at the hospital all morning. The shop opened at 2. I think I got here about 1:30. I was at the hospital for all of the morning with my mom. And then I have sisters that are taking the afternoon evening shifts. Tomorrow I'll flip it around a little bit. I'm going to do the evening and dinner routine with her. She's not enjoying the hospital food very much, so we are sneaking her some food. So I think my sister is taking her pad thai, and I've got some Chinese dumplings for her tomorrow. She seems to be on an Asian kick lately, so there you go. Thanks for tuning in as always, guys. Check out some of the new stuff. There's some cool little things in there, a little bit different this week, and I'll be uncovering more as I start to work my way through the big bin of items on some of those unique, mostly kind of United Kingdom items, because they were originally from Scotland. So there's a lot of things from England and Scotland and that kind of thing. But I'll be adding in some others. Watch in the seasonal decor for other Easter items to be getting added in as I get time. Even over the next couple of days, I'll try and be adding in a couple of items a day and get that caught up for you all. I am behind. I apologize. Looking forward to seeing you next week. And until then, take care. Couldn't get Facebook on, and I can't get YouTube to stop. It's the way it goes. There we go.